What's going on, Bigfoot World? We're going to get it started here in a second. Working out the kinks real quick, guys. Same thing every week. There we go. All right, Bigfoot World, what's going on? Another Friday Night Live. First thing first, give me thumbs up. Let me know you guys can hear me, see me. We'll get it going. Shit, where everybody at tonight, guys? Hearing the truth, I see you. Annette, my man Frogman, we on here, guys. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get it started. What's going on, Bigfoot World? First thing first, my apologies on my lack of appearance this weekend, guys. It's been like the worst, greatest weekend or week, should I say, of all time, guys. But I'm still here. You been MIA, Kim. Don't feel bad. I've been MIA myself, man. But we're gonna get it. We're getting it together. We're getting it back on the road again. Slowly but surely. I don't even know where to begin, guys. Where you want to start at? The Bigfoot Symposium. That was a pretty good time. I really wasn't even going to go, guys. We'll talk about that first. I really wasn't even going to go to that thing, like I said on the video. But man, everything keep popping up. I wasn't really even going to go because of everything going on. But I thought about it at work. I came home, just said, why not go? I mean, because someone talking shit. That's even more reason to go. So I laced up and headed out, and I'm pretty glad. I'm glad that I did, man, because it was a great experience. Having fans walk up to me from out of the blue is like a feeling I can't even describe. It's unbelievable. But Bob walked up, came up. I was sitting out listening to the speakers talk, and that's when all the fans kept coming. It's like this guy Bob came up. He said, "I've been watching you for a while." We talked for a few minutes, and then a couple minutes later, this lady Annette and her daughter Angel came up, tapped me on the shoulder, said, "Hey, I just drove from what was it, Delta, like 5-hour drive just to come visit me for an hour." So that in itself is a feeling. So I said, "Hey man, I didn't know what to say. I'm sitting there with the speaker. We're supposed to be quiet. Listen, I want to get I want to get a picture with you after we get out of here, when we walk out of here." So she sat down in front of us, and I'm sitting there like, "Hey Jeff, man, this is cool. I told you we should have came." But Jeffrey, the whole time, he's like, "Dad, I think we should go. I think we should check them out. The fans are going to be there. You told everybody we was going. I think you should go." So I ended up going. But Annette and Angel sitting up front. And then, like, a couple minutes go by. She turns around. She said, "Here." She hands me $100. She's like, "I wanted to give you this in person, man. This is for the trip." Like, okay. I didn't even really want to take it. But I said, "All right, I appreciate that. Make sure I see you out there. I want to talk to you. I want to get a picture with you out there." And then she gets up and walks out. Fred Saluga comes and sits down. I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." My man Fred Saluga. He's famous though. I give it to him. He's been doing this for 52 years. I talked to him for a minute. He's been researching for 52, 54 years. And he knows a lot. He knows a lot about the area. I talked to him about a few spots that I go to, a few spots that he knows about. We just talked. He even has presentations on Wednesdays. I think every second or third Wednesday. I'll let you know next Friday a little bit more about it. But he wants us to go down there at IHOP to his presentation and do something there. But it was like, oh no, that was a good trip. That was well worth it. I got to get this pillow right here, as you guys see. I had to get that pillow. Everything came pulled up. I was like, put it in the bag, man. I got to get that shit. That's all right. Want to be the first. What? Oh, okay. I think I put a lot of proof out there already. I mean, it's undeniable proof. My channel alone, throughout all them videos that I have, is there's enough proof. And that's another thing I was talking to somebody. I forget his name, man. I should have wrote it down. It brought it to my attention that I've been seeing it for a long time, but I just couldn't figure out if it was YouTube doing it itself or if it was my editor doing it. But I noticed, like, I'm not sure, but I'll get into that in a minute. But they brought it to my attention. He even had some great proof. He had proof. Now, every time I get a Bigfoot on video, now, for example, he didn't see this one, but he brought out some other pictures. But I'm gonna use it as an example. When the Bigfoot stepped out behind the tree on me, when I turned around and he stepped out on me, when that buck was on the other side screaming, there goes my voice already. My voice was strong all week long, and then I go live, and here we go. Here we go. That's crazy. It's almost unheard of. But, anyways, Bigfoot t-shirt, not FedEx. That tells you something, guys. I'm moving up, man. I'm moving up in the world. But what I'm saying is, let the Bigfoot. Oh, we got it, Jason. Thanks for becoming a member, man. Welcome to the team, and we're gonna get to the members. I gotta talk about the members too here in a minute. But when the Bigfoot stepped out behind the tree on me, when I turned around and he stepped out behind the tree on me, the buck was over here screaming. I know he was intercepting me from going around the seeing what they was doing to that buck. All right. Now I seen the Bigfoot perfectly clear. He's right in front of me, no further than 40, 50 feet. He's right there. I can see everything about him. I watched him step out. I got him on film. I'm zooming in on him. I take a couple steps to the side when he backs up and like squats down along that rock face, and I'm zooming in on him. My original footage is crystal clear. I can see everything perfectly. I can see his movement perfectly. And then I went back to watch it on YouTube. It's got like this overlay over it, like you're looking through a screen, like you're looking out a screen door. And I've been seeing it for a long time. Now I forget his name. I'm going to post it in the comments later on. But he got these screenshots of different Bigfoots throughout my videos, and where there's like this black square over top the Bigfoot. Now he has another clip beside it in black and white where you can perfectly see a perfect square over top the overlaid over the Bigfoot. So I did a little bit more investigation. I went to the timestamp and looked up that video, and then I went into my memory bank and pulled up that video, and it's two total different images completely. I mean, somebody is definitely blurring that shit out, whether it's my editing software or it's YouTube itself. I don't know, but we're gonna investigate that shit for sure. Now that's one thing I want to talk about. Just like last week, guys, I got notes. I got notes this week, so I ain't so lost, and I don't start getting in halfway through something and just forget about that shit. He's going back to the falls. What about going back to the falls? I will be investigating that area, researching that area some. But there's the new area I want to get into. I want to do a lot of the new area these next couple of weeks. Get to know the area. I want to get the feel of it. See if it's my tribe that I've been working with back in Bigfoot land. There's a few things that there's going to be a lot of videos coming up from the new spot here soon. There's going to be a night vision or a night footage video. Paradox, man, thanks. That means a lot for some cough drops. I got some bad part, but they're down. Oh shit! I can't even get them out the car. The car's in the shop, but we'll get to that. Like I said, it's been like the perfect worst week so far. I can't. It'll make sense later on throughout the live stream. But since everybody's joining on the membership, I'm going to start like being a man of my word and start taking you guys out on into the woods, into the spots for a few different reasons. For one, I told you guys that I would be taking you out into the forest, different ones. But the thing about that is, we'll only be going to the spots that, like the known spots, Bigfoot Land, the cave area, the waterfall, areas like that that pretty much my friend already knows about. The new spots, it's like that's going to be classified for obvious reasons. And and another thing, I was at work. I was talking to a coworker on the other side of the belt working with me, and he brought something to my attention. He was like, he was asking, we were just BSing back and forth, passing the night on. And he asked me, he said, "Well, how you make your money?" He said, "You just do FedEx?" I said, "Well, I got the YouTube channel and everything." And I said, I do all right with that. And plus what I do here, I said, I get by. And then he said, "Well, you got a YouTube channel. That's cool. What do you do?" I said, I'm in the woods with Jeff." He said, "All right, you're into the woods now. What do you do in the woods?" I didn't want to say it. I don't even know why, because I'm usually open with it, fully wide open. But it's like, for some reason, I just didn't even feel like going into it with him. I didn't even want to say it. I said, "F it, man. I look for Bigfoot. I hunt Bigfoot." And he gave me that look like, "Are you effing crazy?" I said, "No, man. I hunt Bigfoot. He's out there. I see him all the time. I go to a certain tribe and I get activity at least a dozen times a year, man. 14, 15 times a year." I said, "I'll tell you what, you go into the woods with me, and by the time you come out of that forest, you'll be questioning shit yourself. You'll never you'll never question, is there a Bigfoot out there?" And he's like, "I can't argue with you when you want to go." So my new thing is, I mean, there's gonna be like two segments throughout the weeks. There's gonna be like a segment with me out there by myself, and then there's gonna be a segment with me taking non-believers out there and getting their reaction into the old spots, along with the members. But I want to take some non-believers that has no idea about Bigfoot or none of that shit, and just get them out there and walk them through an area and show them different things and get their reaction, to where, like, my friend, he can't say that I'm making shit up or I'm acting or I'm faking shit. This is going to be people that's coming with me that has no idea about anything and just going out there and just getting a raw, natural reaction. And that's priceless in itself, along with proof. So that's just the idea I came with at work. And BSing to one of my coworkers. I got to roll a cigarette, guys. I don't know what's going on with my voice. It just started doing this when I went live. How do you become a member? Karen, there should be a member button. It says join right down underneath the video. And I want to give a shout out to Annette for making that donation at the Bigfoot Symposium. That did mean a lot. It meant even more that you came 5 hours just to see me for an hour. That meant the world to me. And I'm definitely going to take you guys out into the forest when you're ready. When you got that day off, you're going to hit the woods. You don't see it, hearing the truth. There should be a join. Maybe after the live stream, you got to go onto the main page. If you go onto my main YouTube page, I know at the top it says join. Gotta love the X's. They're gonna blow my phone up. All right. Damn, they must be hiding it on me, guys. All right. After the live stream, if you want to become a member, just I know it's at the top of the page, right beside where you sign in and all that on my main page. I see you, Faye. And thanks, Hearing the Truth. And thanks everybody for all the new subscribers, all the new members. That means a lot, man. That definitely does. All right, where my notes go? I got this shit rolled. And how many people that? How many of you guys actually watched that movie, The Ultimate Gift? That movie was crazy. You should say the original film to more than one person. Like I said, I've been holding on, Vince, to all the footage, all of my old videos on memory, but it seemed like I'm not sure. I gotta pay attention. Like when after I get done editing it, I gotta go through it, watch it, and see how the quality is, and then how the quality is after I upload it to YouTube. I know there's a cover up there. I just can't figure out where it's at. I'll find it though. I'll definitely find it. And I want to thank Sharon Williams for making that donation, man. Definitely thank you for hitting the PayPal up, because that brings me into the next thing. This was a crazy ass effed up week, but it was the greatest week at the same time, right? My car's in the shop. I'll tell you the bad things first. Let's get the bad things out the way. My car's in the shop. It's down, broke down, and my back went out the day of the Bigfoot opposing. If you notice, I was kind of hunched over. My back was killing me from overworking at work. Why is my voice doing this? It was strong all week. It don't make no damn sense. But my back went out all week. The heat, we've been having 90, with the heat wave, it's been like 100 degrees, 99 degrees with the humidity. It's been high 90s. So it's been a crazy, hot, long, painful week. And now I had to get my vehicle towed into the shop. I told this dude, I said, look, man, I need my car. I work with it. It takes me to work every night. I need it back as soon as possible. I said, I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Here's that chappy. I said, I don't know what's wrong with it, but man, we got to get it fixed. Whatever broke, just fix it. Said he towing it throughout this weekend. He's going to tow it in, go over it, and then call me with whatever I need fixed. Hopefully it's not an arm and a damn leg, because it's like, man, but that's only one bad thing. It's actually a good thing too, because it's going to go regardless. Whatever it is, whatever it won't start. I'm glad I did it now while I got the money, rather than when I don't have the money. Even though I'm using that money for a damn camera, I gotta take it for that. That's what I'm thinking, Faye. Hold on 1 second. Let me go in here and grab a cough drop. There's something wrong with my damn voice. I gotta get that shit back. Cookies, talk to the fans real quick. You want to say hi to the fans, Cook? Come on, puppies. What I do? Break it? I done broke everything. Bigfoot Trey, what's going on, man? I'm back, Bigfoot World. Cookie looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't know what's going on with her, but she been acting funny lately. Oh, guys, before I even get to my notes, what was it? Tuesday. This Tuesday, I was out in my kitchen. I'm making coffee. I just woke up and I'm getting ready for work. It's early in the morning. It's like 12:30 in the morning, 12:45 in the morning. I get up, my alarm goes off, I go out. First thing I do is the Cookie looking at me like I'm crazy. But the first thing I do is go out and I make coffee, right? I take the coffee pot, I rinse it out, fill it up with water, I poured it into the coffee pot, right? And then I set it there. I get ready to put the filter in. I open up the coffee and I go over to the sink. I turn around, I go over to the sink to get like a ladle or something to get the coffee out the can to put into the filter. And when I turn back around on my damn carpet, my white carpet in the kitchen, there's a coffee, a little kid's handprint, a little tiny kid, like a 4 or 5 year old kid handprint of coffee grounds in my carpet. Like it put his hand in my coffee and put it onto the carpet. It gave me chills. I set everything down and came in here and just sat there and like, what do I do? It's like, what does it want? What is it trying? Wasn't trying to let it know that it freaked me out, but at the same time, it freaked me out because I didn't know what to do. I'm by myself. Cookie's going back and forth like she's acting weird, and it's like, wow, this is a perfect little tiny kid's handprint on my carpet. It's like it had his hands wet or something and put it in the coffee grounds and put it on the carpet. I let it there for like a couple of days. Like, man, look at this. Tell me what this means. This little kid's touching my carpet. There ain't no kids here. You figure this shit out. But that's another paranormal thing that happened here over this week. That freaked me out. And then Cookie's been acting strange. It's like it's getting worse. I don't know what's up with it. Last Friday, I caught that black mask going across there, going down the steps. I see it all the time out the corner of my eye, but there's some haunted shit going on in here. There's no doubt about it. Hands down, it's crazy. There's me, and another thing, me and my friend Roger and his girlfriend was sitting here on the bench, and I was sitting here, and I got a box here, and we were sitting here talking, and over here the box started tapping like someone was playing drums on it, and it was getting faster and faster. And I look at them. He's like, I see it. What is it? What is it doing? I don't know. And I look back at the box and it's getting faster. So I took the box and I threw it under my desk on the floor and like stop. And then it just everything just stopped. But that freaked me out. And they left. They was like, all right, man, we're going over here to Wendy's and get something to eat. We'll check you out. It's like it freaked them out so bad they just left. It's little things like that. It freaks you out, but it's just not enough to make you run out. I couldn't afford to run out if I wanted to, anyways. And plus, I like this apartment. I like this place. It's like it fits me. It's a little cozy little place. I got a great view of the mountains. Things will follow you. Yeah, I see that. I've been ignoring it. Trust me, I've been ignoring it, but it gets hard because they get crazier. Whatever it is, it's like out in the open with the shit now. It ain't even trying to hide anymore, and it'll take things. It's trying to make me think that I'm going crazy. Like I'll leave my lighter on the desk, and I'll be running around 20 minutes looking for my lighter. We're gonna get to another thing too. I just remembered, but I'll be running around here looking for my lighter when I know I left it on my desk. Right? I looked all over the desk, moved everything. I'm running around looking for it, and it's in there in the bathroom on the floor. Like, why is it here? It's moving shit, making me think that I'm going crazy. Did I get your address? No, Ruth, I don't think I did. You might have to resend that to me. I remember asking you for it, but I don't think I got it yet because I didn't send nothing out yet. Just getting caught up on you guys real quick. You can see some feet to the right under my coat. Yeah, don't start that shit, Vince. No, don't say that. But they're in your house visiting you. Faye, they live here, man. They was here when I came here. There was weird shit going on. Buy that kid a battery operated toy so he can keep his hands out of the coffee. I ain't giving him nothing. I'm just playing like he ain't here. At least I know it's a kid, and you know what I mean. Okay, Ruth, I'll check Messenger. Let me write your name down so I remember. SADRI. All right, I already talked about the 2 different segments of taking the non-believers out, and I'll be taking members out throughout the weeks too. And yeah, real soon, real soon. I don't know how soon because I don't know how soon I'm gonna get my ride back. But at least I have a brand new ride when it finally comes out. Because I told him whatever broke, man, just fix that shit. I need it. I need to get back and forth to work no matter what. Now, update on the. It's gonna get us into a couple other stories, but update on the girl at the gas station, man. I ain't. I've been back like 3 times back into the gas station, and most of you guys know what I'm talking about from the story of the gas station. But I've been in there, man. I walked in, and it's been awkward. It's been like an awkward thing. So I've been like shying away. I'll go in, and she like puts her head down, or she'll get on her phone and pretend like I ain't even there. I mean, I understand. I know how that shit is, right, Pat? I just gotta watch what I say, man. I don't know where the hell that came from. I surprised myself that I said that shit, but I understand her reaction now because that was just some dumb shit to say. Dumb shit. Number 3 is demonic. What are you talking about? Pat G is funny. And on the girl at work, now that's she said something today. That remember I was telling you guys about the girl at work. She said something today. Well, when me and the dude was talking about the YouTube channel and what I look for, and she came down to talk to me or whatever, she to say something to me, and the guy that I was telling, he looked at her and said, "You know he hunts Bigfoot." She said, "Yeah, I watch his channel," and she looked at me and like with that grin. So that's telling me that she heard what I said about her pretty much. And I don't know if that made it weird or not. But she's like, I ain't got nobody to talk. They moved her down to the other end of the belt and I'm on this end. And she says, she's like, I ain't got nobody to talk to. So I said, all right, man, I'll try to pull some strings and get you guys to switch so we can at least bullshit while we're working. And so I think that's like a step into the right direction. Have I worked with Jesus lately? All the time. All the time. Eat lots of garlic. Yeah, I don't think it's a vampire, Rod. It's a little kid ghost. I think it's a little kid. But the thing that I see crossing through here is not a little kid. It's a big black shadow. Now the shit that's going on in the kitchen, rolling up my carpets, the handprint, that's all that's a little kid. There might be a couple of different things going on here. Their way, I know, real Clef, I see it. They have no idea what's going on, but them are the ones that didn't. watched that Friday Night Live that I was talking about this shit. Only the true hardcore watchers know what I'm talking about. I ain't worrying about a date, man. Eventually it'll happen, and it is happening. That's what I'm saying. Shit is going on. Shit's happening at its own pace, which is a good thing. And amongst all that, while I was telling him, it's like the word spread like wildfire. Cause about a little bit, 2 hours later, a little bit toward the end of the shift, my main boss came down. The main number one senior boss came out, and she came down to me. She said, "Hey man, I didn't tell them you was a celebrity. I was keeping it a secret because I didn't think you wanted everybody here knowing about it." I was like, "Wait a minute, huh? I'm a celebrity? Wait a minute." It's like I had to think about it for a minute. You don't, being a YouTuber, you don't look at yourself as a celebrity or none of that shit. And she came down, she's like, "Hey, I wasn't trying to let them know you was a celebrity because I didn't know if you wanted that drama or not. But they're down there talking about you." And you could, at the other end of the belt, there's like three girls. They're all laughing, carrying on, giggling. Who knows what the hell they're talking about? I could see that too, Amy. I seen that too earlier. And that's, see, I watch Joe the Bigfoot all the time. All the time. Baby, I watch it. I'm on that shit. The Trail the Bigfoot. Some of the shit that goes on there, some of the stories they got, it's crazy. And you guys, if you ain't watched that Ultimate Gift, you got definitely watch the Ultimate Gift. That's a movie. It's on YouTube. That's a movie you gotta watch. It's it's one of the best movies, and it spreads love. That's what we need to do. We need a lot of love in this world right now, and a little less hate. Pretty much. But this weekend, guys, this week coming up, I want to. This week, I was supposed to hit the woods with Jeff and the Powerful Duo. We were supposed to go to Cooper's Rock. So we supposed to go deeper down into Cooper's Rock in the bottom down by the river. There's been a recent sighting that happened, I think, like 2 weeks ago. It came up. They had to get park rangers to chase it down. Now, I guess he came up by himself solo, chasing tourists out or whatever, chasing people out of the park. So I want to get down in there and see what that's about, see what's going on, see if I can talk to somebody that was there or knows something. So I want to investigate that shit going on. Right, Judy? What was my car doing? It was doing about 65 out the highway heading into work. And then all of a sudden, my battery, or not the battery, but the headlights started getting real dim. And then I lost all power. It shut off. I was closer to the side of the road. I went to turn it on. It just clicks. And I'm like, man, who am I calling at this time of the night? How am I even getting home? How am I getting to work? I'm in the middle. It's like effort. It's just effort. Needless to say, I missed work that day. I don't know if it's alternator or what's going on with it. When it comes to cars, I'm definitely not a I'm not a mechanic. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I am. Everybody say alternator or bushing belt or brushes and alternator. It's hard to tell. He gonna call me once he figures out what's going on with it. Hopefully it ain't cost that much. I should be all right. I see you, Deborah. But we'll get it fixed. Hopefully, when it come back, I have a nice ride. I ain't even gonna get into that shit this week. Matter of fact, next Friday, guys, I'm gonna start shutting that damn door because I'm steady watching that door, thinking about what's going on out there instead of what's going on right here. Battery stores will check it out for you. It's stuck on the highway. I had to get it towed out. It went straight to the shop. Straight to the shop. I couldn't happen at the perfect time. It's like as soon as I got money in the bank, car breaks down. It's like, really, man? I'm trying to get this camera. But it is what it is. I'll get through it. I'll fight it. I'm still gonna get this camera no matter what. I have a Toyota RAV4. Old ass 2001 Toyota RAV4. It's not the belt. It's definitely not the alternator belt because I popped the hood and looked at all that shit. It's the belt still on there. So it's just whatever it is, it's not charging battery or who knows. It's blurry in the doorway. I know. I'm trying to ignore that. Last week, if you go to last week's Friday Night Live, you'll see a shadow, like a dog or something, a shadow, a black thing right there in the doorway, like moving around there, circling around, only in the beginning of the video, and then it kind of anticipates and goes away. I'm not no relation to Snoop. Everybody says I look like Snoop or Will Smith, like a wild man Will Smith. I have no idea on all it. I couldn't even tell you, Kim. But he going. I'll know once he calls me with everything. What's wrong with it? I ain't even gonna let that bring me down. That's just a bumping. That's just a speed bump in the road. Effort. You know what? I didn't even think about the fuse, Damien. I passed for his twin. That's what's up, Ryan. Judy, you definitely got to watch last Friday. I think it was last Friday. There was a lot of fun shit happened last Friday, but the Friday before that was fun too. We do have a little bit of fun here. Hearing the truth. I see you found that membership button. Welcome to the family world, man. Lynn, I see you. I don't consider myself as a celebrity. It's like it surprised the shit out of me to have somebody say that. Like my main boss came down to the belt down and he's like, listen, I was keeping a secret that you're a celebrity. I wasn't trying to let everybody here know. But they're down there on the end of the belt talking about it, pointing at you. And I looked down and they was giggling, like looking right at me and shit. It was a feeling like no other. You have no idea that feeling, guys. But she looks good, Ryan. She looks good. I seen her daughter the other day. Her daughter was there, but she was hanging in there. She's still feisty one. Probably because I am Garland money. Probably because I am every video. But at the same time, on my defense, I do got these droopy eyes I was born with. So you never know when I am stoned or when I ain't. Thanks, Just Alice. Sharon Williams. Thanks again, Sharon. That helped me out so much. It's like you knew that my shit was about to break down. You definitely he's like my guardian angel that day. Definitely. Thank you, Sharon Williams. I need to break out a spirit box. You know what? Hold on, guys. I'm by myself, though, so I can't freak myself out too damn much. But let's see what's going on. You can tell when I'm stoned. I can tell when I'm stoned too. I'll tell you. Just ask me. I'm like an open book, guys. I don't hide nothing. That's why I said they always told me I could never cheat because I just tell on myself. So I just don't cheat. It don't pay off because somewhere along the line I'll tell on myself. You ask me, I'll tell you. I don't hold nothing back. And then it don't pay to lie because you got to keep going back over, remember that lie, to cover that lie. F all that, man. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. I'm like an open book. But hold on a second. And that's why I think I'm good for what I do because I pretty much tell it. I tell it how it is, whether it hurts or gets me in trouble or what. What race am I? Um, doesn't matter. Mischief eyes. That's a good word, Vince. I like that. All right, I got the EMF meter. You keep freezing up, Kim. I don't know. My mom finally showed up. What's going on, mom? But I got the EMF reader. I'll try that shit out to see if I can. There ain't nowhere I can set it down. But hold on. There it goes. It went up to yellow. But there's electronics around, so that could be interference. That's why I don't like using this shit in the house. But I do got a spirit box. Jeffrey's scared of this. There it goes. That's because it's by the microphone. So that really ain't no good. You know what? I got an idea while I was pulling this out. Me and Fred's planning a night trip here soon. While we're out there, I'm gonna take this and the EMF out to this spot, the new spot that we're gonna go to at night, and see what happens. Damn, it's taking me 20 minutes to plug a microphone or a speaker in, whatever this damn thing is. You believe I can't see them buttons? I must need my eyes checked. I can't find. There it is. Power. I don't know, guys. I might have to get change the batteries. I got batteries, but I ain't gonna spend 5 minutes changing damn batteries in this. Next Friday, I'll pull this shit out and we'll see what's going on here. Now this thing going up. It's lighting up. Ew, that's weird. I turn it toward me. It goes down. That's weird. But I'm gonna put this to work here soon. Get some use out of it. Go to signal for YouTube playing up. I don't know. I'm gonna put it to work. What'd you say, Mom? Not Spanish? You just talking about what race I'm in? Let me catch up on you guys. Vince, I'm gonna get some batteries in there next Friday. We'll get something going with it. Mom has been here. That's what's up. Thanks, Sheila. I just now seen your message. Winnipeg, all the way from Canada. That's what's up. Am I blurry? I look pretty clear, but with the YouTube stream, it's sort of. Actually, I am. Now, see, on my editor, it's crystal clear, but on YouTube, it's got this blurry filter on it. So maybe it is YouTube. You see my new pillow and the shirt back there? I love them things, man. Just remove one and heat by your lighter. Oh no, I ain't gonna. It ain't gonna. I ain't gonna do all that, man. I'm just gonna put some new batteries in it, and we'll work with it next Friday Night Live. That'll give you something to look forward to next week. It comes and goes. But on the editor that I use, it's pretty clear. Thanks, Rodriguez. I don't know how to take that, but thanks. Geneva, that was a good experience. I'm glad we did go. I'm glad we definitely went. And she's a wonderful individual. And she really sits there all day long for hours, and she'll watch my videos frame by frame by frame, just looking for Bigfoot. Her daughter's like, "How do you do this all day long? What are you even looking at?" But I understand. I do it myself. So, but it's just a good feeling. It's definitely a good feeling. I walk up through the rocks. You mean up in Bigfoot land? Nah, Bigfoot ain't. I'm in the city. There ain't no Bigfoot here. I gotta go up into the mountains to argue with them guys. Like Geneva, whenever I go to this with Fred Sluga to this presentation he has, this Bigfoot presentation, I'm gonna have somebody film that as well. The BLM and the Bigfoot Lives Matter. I thought that was cool. At the same time, BLM's the one that's going around. I don't know what they're doing, but they're sealing up areas, cutting shit down, and they're doing some maneuvers with them. Some people look better fuzzy. You got that right, Garland. You got that right. But I don't know why it's fuzzy like that. It's on YouTube. It's only fuzzy on YouTube. On the editor that I use, it's crystal clear. But then I switch over to YouTube and it's blurry. You doing dirty on Shakira. I forgot about Shakira. Do you ever go in the Dunbar area and look for Amy? That's a couple of my main spots deep up in the Dunbar Mountain. Actually, up in the Dunbar Mountains where I found the three-toe tracks. Shakira comes first and last. Yeah, they are, Dean. All over the United States, they're closing the cave systems down. I don't know if it's for what's coming or why, but they're definitely sealing every hole up into Earth. They're either caving them in, blowing them shut, or filling them with gravel. Like the entrance, the first 30 feet, they're filling it up with gravel. Or that steel tin like you seen at the cave area. I have no idea why they're doing it, but they're doing it. They're sealing all that shit up. Some weird shit going on. I've been watching. You're having chat problems. It's blurry here too, Tony. I don't know what's up with it, but Michelle. Hey Barry, I don't know about all that, but one thing I did, I ain't gonna say no shit like that. I must got myself in trouble. But you should investigate her, Barry, a little bit more. She might be the same sex as you. There ain't no mites about it, without a shadow of a doubt. Where you think all that stuff came from? I ain't gonna get into that shit there. Julie, we just BSing. There's a couple announcements that I made earlier. If you want to go back and check it out with the new members and the non-believers, my friends. We ain't talking about my friends yet. We need more friends. I only got one watching right now. One of my friends are watching. They give me a thumbs down. Damn, Hope, that is crazy. That is one of my fears. Just having that ghost box on, asking the questions, and like somebody I know comes through there talking to you, like saying some off the wall shit that I don't want to hear. That's one of my fears. I hear you, Brian. Brian, I want to start planning the trip up there to you too, man. I want to. It's. We're getting into the summer. We're getting into the heat of shit. I want to start planning the trip up there to you. What you mean? Be right back. I start talking about a trip coming to see you. You talking about be right back. It's the worldwide paradox. You're on to something. Speaking of the Matrix, it's like, man, I watched a movie the other day. The hell was it called? It's an older flick too, and it's weird because it's like I watched it in real life and then I watched it in a movie. The Ocean's Rising. Has anybody watched that movie, Ocean's Rising? If I watched it in real life, I watched that movie in real freaking life. I watched it unfold. I watched them do it, and then I sat there the other day and watched that movie, and it's like, are you kidding me? It's like they did it, and now they're telling you're putting it in your face. They really doing that. It's unbelievable what they do. I mean, if you want to know something, they won't. They'll put it in your face and tell you, and then call it a conspiracy at the same time. But I definitely watched that movie unfold with with the Hydra Collider, CERN, and them crashing them two particles, opening up the hole. I watched the shit opened up into that parking lot and that black hole and just sucked all them cars in, and then it just went offline. I watched it live. And then like a day later, they ripped it down on all sites. They even took it off of YouTube. They just buried that shit under the rug. It's called the CERN. What was it? What was it? Um, the Hadron Collider explosion or something like that. And then life just ain't been the same since that they collided them two. You don't even hear about the CERN anymore. It's weird, right, Kim? It is on YouTube, but I watched that unfold in real life. I watched and on live on their website the Hadron Collider underground. I watched it. The light opened up and just got bigger, and then it turned into a big black hole. And then the camera on above ground in the parking lot area, the hole just opened up, sucked all these cars in, and by the time it got to the CCTVs, it just went black and it went offline. And then like it was up for a couple days. It was up for a couple days, and then everywhere it just went down. It's gone. It's history. But then they come up with this new shit popped up, the Mandela effect. Ever since that CERN Hadron Collider and they did that, shit's been changing. The movie's been changing. Everything's been changing. the signs from advanced auto to AutoZone, their colors are reversed from the background to the letters. There's some shit that's weird that I just watched it unfold. And then I watched that movie Ocean Rising. It's like, man, they did this shit. They it blew my mind. I see you, Brian. You keep saying I am close to Gettysburg, 1 hour drive east. All right, we'll get some plans going, Brian. I want to get up there and check you out, man. Check your area out, get some filming on there. After everybody talking to you for all these years, I'm sure they want to see you as well. We're in a new timeline. Something's going on. I've been watching it. It's something like the butterfly effect, but I just ain't putting my finger on it. Whether they're changing shit or they're going, I don't know, none of that yet. But there's shit that's weird. I've noticed it. I watched it unfold. I watched them do it, and it's changing every day. Shit changes every day. You need to see what I found at Skinwalker Ranch. Shoot, that's a whole nother shit that you're trying to open up a whole nother can of worms, Dean. Right, Uncle Bones? I noticed that it's crystal clear. That's because I stopped talking about stuff I shouldn't be and start. It's weird. It's weird how that shit changed. Alice in Wonderland on payouts. I hear you. Same worms. I'm going to have to go to many internet pro. All right, Kat, have a good one. I understand for sure. That shit gets annoying after a while. It definitely does get annoying after a while. But this week, guys, expect a couple of videos coming up from the new spot. I'm not sure if I'm taking anybody out this weekend because of the vehicle being in the shop, but we'll get that shit together, and I'm gonna start getting members out there into them spots and get their experience out there on film, see how they feel about that area and what they think. And I think me and Jeff's planning something, but it's outside of Bigfoot pretty much. But I'm still going to film it because it's like an event. I'm still going to film it and post it for you guys. It, like I said, it's a little bit off of Bigfoot, but it's an event coming up, and I'm going to film it regardless. And I figure it'd be something you guys might want to see. So I'm gonna post it anyways, whether you like it or not. But it is what it is, guys. That's what's up. Two of my friends showed up. I got 2 thumbs down, 102 thumbs up. That's a good margin. Good night, Cat, man. You have a good week. Definitely stay tuned for these next adventures, guys, because it's gonna be a crazy one. I keep saying that about every freaking video, but sometimes, guys, you you see how it gets. 1 minute there's nothing going on, you're walking through there, and then all of a sudden it's like a war zone. You don't know to just haul ass out of there, get under a rock and hide, or it gets intense sometimes out there. That's why I can't wait to get some of the fans out there, some of you guys out there, some of the non-believers out there. I want to get their impression of the area, especially up in Bigfoot Wallow. That's gonna be one of the main spots. Like the younger crowd, I'm gonna take up to the Bigfoot Wallow because there's a lot of mountain climbing involved. The older generation, I'm gonna take into like Bigfoot land, more flat, more easier to get into. So I'm gonna start getting some stuff on the ball, guys. It's summertime. It's time to take advantage of it. Kim, them are my friends. Them haters are my friends. You need haters. That means you're doing something right. If you got haters out there, you're doing something right. Keep doing what you're doing, no matter what. Thanks, Brett. My voice cleared up and so did the picture. There's some weird shit going on all the time. Vince is heading out, man. We're losing everybody tonight early. It's all good, though. I understand. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning up in the UK or some shit, 12-1. Take some bear pepper spray. Man, I'm still trying to get some snake chaps for my ankles. I ain't even got no snake chaps yet. I keep planning to go get some, find them at least, and everything else keeps popping up. It's 103, man. And you guys just stay up this late just to watch me. That's what's up. That's what's up. You must have a lot of haters in. I hear you, Mom. You're in Arizona, 10 a.m. Saturday. Oh, damn. You're in the future, Faye. It's Friday night, 8:03 right now. Here. That's crazy how the time zones work. But that's another place I like to check out. Arizona. Australia, I think you're from, Faye. 203 here. Thanks, Bigfoot Mama. That'd be a lifesaver for sure. Because I'm always looking around, looking for Bigfoot, not looking at the ground over logs. One of these days, I'm going to get it. I'm going to try to get some snake chaps on, or whatever they're called. Yeah, John, it's hard to take a walking stick with you when you got camera in the other one hand. It's you need a free hand, especially climbing up and down that mountains, falling. You need that extra hand to catch yourself. Just get some shit kickers. Man, them boots are too heavy. I got some heavy boots. Walking up and down that mountains with some heavy boots, I won't last an hour out there, especially in this heat. Trust me, you got to climb up mountains 4 or 5 miles, 6 miles to get up top of the mountains deep in before you even start getting any action. And it's a hike sometimes. It takes a lot out of you. And to wear some boots out there doing that, I can't do it. I need bionic eyes. I need a bionic camera. That's what I'm working on next. You just took a road trip to Arizona. I like to go to Arizona. That is a hot ass place, but it's it's interesting. It's got a lot of interesting places out there. A backpack camera. No, I want to. My next camera is going to be that Nikon 1200. It's got great zoom. It's got night vision. It's like a researcher's dream. That's my next camera I'm gonna invest in once I get my vehicle back. It's beer o'clock, Geneva. What's going on, Irma? I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Snake legging guards. That's what they're called. I'm definitely gonna look that shit up. I need them. Walmart ain't got no shit like that. Dick's ain't got no shit like that. It's like you can't find nothing. That reminds me, guys. I can't you whenever you guys send me a picture out of my videos, definitely insert a timestamp because I can't use it. It's like you guys send a lot of great pictures without the timestamp to where I can't go back and like match it up. I can't use it. And it sucks because there's a lot of really good pictures that you guys been sending me, and we're having a hard time getting a timestamp on one particular picture that I've been trying to. Like I said, guys, whenever you send me a picture, send a timestamp from the video that you found it in, or I just can't use it. That it's very important that you send that timestamp with that picture. But snake leggings, guards. I'm gonna look them up right after this live stream. I need to find you on Facebook, show you some pics I got. Okay, Mike. That is crazy. Where's that at? In Australia, Faye, or is it in? Dean's from Australia too. Okay, Dean, I see you trying to pitch woo on the channel up there with Faye. Faye, watch Dean. He's trying to hit on you, man. I see. It's in Australia. Dean's in Australia with you. I'm just playing, guys. You guys have fun with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cute though. That's cool. I didn't know that, Carol, at all. Put some shrimp on the Barbie. Hey man, I would love to come and visit you guys out there in Australia. It's just I need some protection going out there. You guys got some shit that we don't got for sure. Your littlest insect is more deadlier than our biggest predator that we have. It's crazy. What is it that what they call it? The cement spider that bites you and you just freeze. You're done. It paralyzes you. Definitely the snakes are active for sure. I've seen a few of them already. You should see our big sausages. There he goes again, Faye. He's talking to you. He ain't talking to me. You going first, slushy soon. Who you going with? Are you going with Faye? Your drop bears are the most dangerous. Shit. I don't think what is our most dangerous? The predator wise, it's like the mountain lion. We have panthers, but they really don't attack people. It's mainly livestock and wild game. Um, we ain't really got a major predator. Snakes. We with the wolf spider. The wolf spider, he does damage. That's like I said, we ain't really got too much dangerous stuff out there compared to Africa, Australia, the Amazon, the Congos, and shit like that. I mean, there's some unheard of things coming out of them places. The black mamba. I don't consider. I mean, Bigfoot. He's an apex predator. Yeah, but at the same time, he's so docile, like a black bear. We have gigantic black bears. I seen a black bear like about 2 years ago. I thought it was a car. I, I was walking out the tracks and he was off to the side on the trail, and he was the size of a small car. I was going to plan on walking over to the other. It was nighttime. I plan on walking out around the other side, just walking around the car. I figured just somebody either parking or shooting up, doing drugs or whatever. I was just going to pass them up. But as I got closer to it, I seen this like a foot spread. These eyes come up. Oh, wait a minute. What the? And it was a gigantic black bear. It was huge, biggest bear I ever seen in my life. It looked like a car. I thought it was a car out there sitting. And here was a gigantic black bear. I got about 30 feet to him before I realized what he was. These eyes rose up and he's looking at me. And then I shine my light on him. and he took his paws and like bounced them off the ground. Like he took both of them and just hit the ground with it and then cut off into the weeds. And I'm thinking that he's coming up around and gonna come out on me. I bolted, man. I ran like hell. You would think that I can't say that, but I was gone. Yeah, we have the black widow here too, Mississippi. It's later on in life. It won't be this summer, but Mississippi's on the list. And Missouri is this summer. I want to hit Missouri. I want to investigate Missouri. The Bears, they really ain't a threat as much as people think. Really, the only time these black bears are a threat if you come down out of a tree and you get in between the mom and the two cubs, or if you get her cornered somewhere, she can't get out away from you. She can't run. That's the only time we really have problems with the black bears. Or you get a male a young male black bear hitting puberty coming up. He does stupid shit sometimes. But what teenager don't? A moose a moose will jack a car up. I seen them. I seen the elk too. Man, these elk are huge. We got some big ass elk. And that's another thing. Them elk will jack you up. The elk and the moose. You're right about that, but they're higher up in the elevation, up in the mountains. There you go, Bobby Joe. And that's another thing, Bobby. I gotta get you out in the woods too. You're another one on the list. You gotta get out there in the woods, man. What's going on, Karen? What is a dog, man? I couldn't tell you. I haven't had no encounter with him. I have no idea. Todd Stanley's doing some good work lately. I can't wait for follow up on his recent, what was it, Ina story. That was a good ass story. I like that story a lot. It that Bigfoot was coming down for some ass. He was taking her. He was going to rape her. He was definitely hands down going to rape her, and to have that alpha Bigfoot come down and stop it. That's interesting. I can't wait for a follow up. They plan on going out there again on the anniversary that it happened. That's a crazy, amazing story. I can't wait for him to come up with a follow up on that. All the videos that I watched on Dogman though, they're not good. They got attitudes, and they run in packs of 4, 6. Now there's some crazy things. There's some crazy. There's that one story about the old man, old woman living in that cabin. Where was that? Where they kept having every night they was having these 3, 4 dog men coming down, terrorizing them, stealing their chickens. Oh, you must not have seen it. Todd Standing, he just told that story about Ina and the almost abducted by a Bigfoot, and another Bigfoot stopped it. That Jake is, well, Todd named him Jake. It's actually one of his Sasquatch that he'd been researching over the years. And it turns out that this lady went up through the same area, and Jake come down out the woods after her. But the alpha Sasquatch came down, actually said Jake's real name, and actually said Ina's name. It pretty much told Jake to put her down, let her go. But I can't wait for a follow up on that. That was a good ass story. All right, Dean, go get that slushy. Faye, Dean's on his way. Colorado Bigfoot. I ain't seen his videos lately. I gotta check him out. I don't know what he's been doing lately. Dean's on his way to Faye. Don't let him fool you. He got it. He slid into her DMs. You going for a slushy? All right, Brian. You have a good week, man. Kubota. That's what it was. That's what he come down. Kubota came down, took the woman. That's what the Alpha Sasquatch was calling him. But to Todd, that's Jake. He's been messing with that tribe for a long time. And then to come across Ina that had an encounter with Jake. I mean that's an interesting story. He probably lives up north. You're in the south, in the deep south, eh? But that's cool. Kubota took a woman. Jake is another one. Oh, okay. I must have misunderstood it. How many are in the tribe? I have no idea. I could not tell you at all. A lot of researchers say there's only a small amount in each tribe, 3, 4, 6. But Bigfoot land, I don't. Maybe there's a few tribes running together there, or was running together there. But there's more than 4. There's more than 10. Without a doubt, there's more than 10. I mean, I got them on my Facebook page. That's mainly that. Them pictures are mainly the Bigfoot land tribe, and there's every bit of 10 in that tribe. Do I see the UFOs with Bigfoot? I've never encountered no UFOs with the same time with activity with Sasquatch. And now separately, I've seen UFOs coming up out of this mountain all the time. Through the summer, I'll sit out here in the evening on the porch, and I got the whole scenery of miles and miles of mountains. And through the night, there's a lot of things that's going on in them mountains. I think they're like families too, Amy, in a lot of ways. I mean, they do a lot of things like us, and they just do a lot of things that I just don't understand yet. You might be right on the. You might be on to something, Amy. Definitely might be, but at the same time, like Bigfoot land, like I know the big red one's the alpha. He's huge. He's a monster. There's his girlfriend. She's a red one. The mom, the big mom, she's huge. She's like a gigantic wide patty, but 2 times wider. She got a newborn, or he's not newborn now. He's probably about 3 years old now. So that's 3, 4 right there. The little 3-foot one, that's 5. The old one and the white one, that's 7. So there's about 8 to 10. There's about 10 in that tribe, at least that I know of, that I actually had encounters with. And not to mention the little ones. We are the aliens also. You're right about that. I don't get why it's I don't really understand it either, Amy, on the bends and the leans and stuff. It definitely means something. Each piece has its own meaning. Maybe one day we'll figure that shit out. Myra's having a hard time making comments on the page. You might have to sign in. You definitely have to be signed in to make comments. So you might want to check to make sure you're signed in or not. You walk inside your home. You're right, just for fun. I need to do more than just cleanse. Do you see a lot of look the same in the different places? Amy, yes, I do. Like in Sheila's world, Sasquatch, they look more more human. They have no hair on their face, but their whole body around their face, around like the sides of their face. This this part of it has no hair, but around here it has hair, afros. It looked like an old woman stepping out the bush on us when Sheila kept hollering, "I'm here." Every time she would say, "I'm here," it would do something. It would like move around in the bush. It would say something. But compared to the ones here in Bigfoot land, they look more hairier in the face, more patty like. I understand just for fun for sure. The shapes with the sticks look like some Blair Witch Project type shit. The shadows I see is from something following me home. I think this is lingering on from the cave. Whatever the shadows beings are, I think it's been lingering on since the cave. Jeff, would you buy a pre-owned Coolpix P1000? I definitely would. Does it got night vision and all that? Yeah, I definitely would buy it. He said, I see dead people. Hey, everybody got their own gifts, man. You just got to find them. The same patterns in the sticks. I definitely do. I do see the same patterns in the sticks. Um, like there's a universal thing going on out there with them, with the structures on the ground and up in the bushes as you're going through the corridor. There's like a universal language going on with them that I see in Colorado Bigfoots, Utah Sasquatch, Todd Standing, my videos. I mean, there's definitely a universal language going on with these structures. We just somebody needs to sit down and really investigate what they mean. I think a native would be the perfect candidate for something like that because they've been pretty much been doing it for generations, going through the forest and hunting and everything. They know they've been doing it. They know what's going on with it. So why not have them be the ones? If they already haven't, they probably already know what it means. Nate's in the house. That's what's up. There definitely is some meaning to the structures. I mean, I see them enough. There definitely is. It's just what does it mean? Every now and then, Amy, I'll take some apples or cinnamon or hug jugs out there. I haven't lately. I need to. I need to get up there, but I want to make sure this new spot is Bigfoot, my Bigfoot crew that I've been messing with before I start taking anything back out. I want to track them first, see where they got chased off to. I think I found them. I'm almost certain that I found them. We need to get you some serious equipment. I think you're. Hey, I'm working on it. I'm definitely gonna get that new camera, that new high zoom camera, and I think it's gonna really pay off because I won't have to every little dark spot that I see up there. I ain't gotta walk 5 miles up to figure out that it's a side of a rock face. I could just move on to the next spot. But that's pretty much one of my main problems. of not having a high enough zoom, a high power zoom. I'm going to definitely get that. Right, mid that was a great story. I can't wait for him to follow up with that. I can't. That's a good story. I see you, Stephen Joseph. You should do your GoFundMe, Jeff, so you can get your camera. I've been doing it every week, Faye. In the description, there's a PayPal down there. If you guys want to help out, just hit the PayPal up. It's going toward that camera, that new camera. The money that I have saved now is going to have to go to get my car out the shop. Once I get that out the shop, I'm going to have to start all back over again on getting this. It's like a endless battle, but sooner or later, I'm going to get this camera. Thanks, Geneva. That means a lot. There goes my voice again. I don't know, Post Silly. I have no idea. It shut off on me going to work. Now I had it towed into the shop. He's supposed to call me sometime this weekend and let me know what's going on with it and how much I'm going to need to get it going again. Hopefully you don't. That's the worst thing you can say to a mechanic is if it's broke, fix it. Because he'll find some things that's broke. I hate. I should have been thinking but I was just spur of the moment on the side of the road. He's telling my shit. Look, man, whatever I need it for the work, whatever, just fix it. That's how I pretty much ended up. So now I hate to see that bill. I'm kind of nervous. On the good note, he's gonna call me before he does anything, so I can cut a couple of things if I have to. Just get it going, get it running. Whatever stopped it from running, fix that. That's it. I'm in Facebook jail, so I can't use it for about 21 more days. It sucks. I'm always in that damn place. You know, Sheila just got out Facebook jail too. I ain't never made it there yet. On a knock on wood, you must have been acting up, cussing somebody out over there. But it's all good. I know how it is on that one. Have I come across any bad smells? This new spot that I was in, I had one hit me with some nasty smell. He had to be upwind from me, and he was just blowing down right on me. But as quick as it came, it went. Thanks, Davey. I'm not as good as you think I am. I mean, I'm not bad, but I'm not good either. Yeah, you're right about that, Faye. If you're a woman, mechanics take advantage. They definitely do. They definitely do. Now the lights went off and then it shut off, and when I try to start it, it just clicks. It's the battery's not charging. White one is the old one. He's solid white. Usually, like when they get old, you get salt and pepper look. This Bigfoot is like jet white. He's solid white, big as shit. I seen him into the woods with Deb when we had Deb out into the woods. We coming out across Bigfoot land on the second layer coming out, and he was up on another side on the rock face. He stood up and blurred across that rock face, jumped 20 feet to another one, down 15, 20 feet, and gone. He was solid white. He stuck out like a sore thumb. I don't know how in the hell he hides because like there's all this green and this big white thing just standing there. Like you can't see it, but he's gonna have problems with his hiding. He must stay underground all day long. Yeah, that's really the only choice he has, but to hide underground until nighttime and come up out, because there's no way he can camouflage. He Unless it's wintertime, he lays out in the snow or something, because anybody can just see him. Yeah, definitely. Probably hands down, Todd Stanley probably got the best pictures to date. He was hiding in plain sight until we walked up on him, but once you see him, he sticks out so much, especially in that all that green and brown wood camouflage, and then he's just laying there white. It just ain't happening. He ain't hiding from nothing. He has to go underground and hide. I'm surprised we actually seen him out in the daytime like that. Right, Kim? I hate dealing with mechanics altogether. It's just a nightmare. Anything to do with them, but you got to do what you got to do. It's just a little speed bump. I'll get over that shit. He was too positive. Posted. He was definitely. It was like a flash. If you wasn't actually looking at him while he was sitting down, you wouldn't have seen him when he blurred off. It was unbelievable, his speed. He really literally blurred. He turned into a blur when he went across that rock face. Something that size shouldn't move that fast. It's unbelievable. You would have to literally. It's something you see on cartoons. You don't see that shit real life. I don't. When it comes to working on vehicles, Dave, shit, we're in trouble. We ain't going nowhere. If you're depending on me to fix it, we stuck. We on the road stuck. We ain't going nowhere. And Alex, at one point, I felt the same way. I hate getting into shit like that, debatable shit. I felt the same way you did, all because of that video that was posted on the heads and overlaying Todd's head with that head. But I also looked at the rebuttal video to that video, and hands down, them are real pictures. Like I said, hey, I talk shit. I called Todd a fake, a hoaxer, all that shit, and at the same time, after doing my homework, I was just going off of one video and made a decision like this dude's a crook. But after doing my own homework, researching him, watching his videos, watching other people's video, a lot, analyzing his video, and I came to my own conclusion that this dude know what he's talking about. I mean, I've been out there for years doing this, looking for him, and the activity that I got, it definitely collaborates with his activity 100%. Um, when it comes to Todd's work, believe me, it's definitely real. And I was in the same shoes as you was saying the same shit, but trust me, Todd's shit is real. And you can go back probably 5 or 6 Friday Night Lives ago, and I was saying the total opposite about Todd. But after doing my homework and analyzing some things, the man's real deal. And it's the people that's covering the shit up is putting that name on him as a fake. But do your homework, you'll see the real deal. The truth will come through. Some people just don't like his approach. He has a strong forward approach. He has aggressive approach on things. It's his style. Every researcher has their own style. I try to have fun with it out in the forest. I try to do my own thing. It, I try to be me. You know what I mean? Every researcher does their own thing, has their own style, and their own way of doing things, and they're getting results from each one of us are getting our own different kind of results. And if you put all that together, man, you're getting proof out this world. You're getting proof out this world. Yeah, what it is, Alex, is um, he had, and he ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. Once you have an encounter, a terrifying encounter out there with one, it's hard to get back out there. Um, who was that? The group, the researchers down in Florida. Him and his wife was walking through the swamp, Everglades swamp, and stepped on a sleeping female Sasquatch, and he ended up getting thrown up off of him, and that fear set in on him to where he doesn't go back to the Everglades. He'll walk the trailways and film in, but he won't go in. He got that fear built up, and they put that fear in him, and it's a barrier. It won't let him go past a certain point. And I believe that Todd, ever since he had that experience with that group coming down, stealing his apples, throwing that 70-pound log on him. He had another altercation with the same tribe where one shoved him down, had to carry him off. I mean, he had some messed up experiences, and that fear set in to where he feel like he's getting too old for this shit, and he ain't been going out as much. But he is planning on some stuff on another trip. Hopefully, he breaks out of that shell. Hopefully, he gets back out there into it. Utah Sasquatch. I like to see him get back out there. He's a great productive researcher. We need more guys like him. We need him out there, man. It seems like every year the Bigfoot researchers are falling off. Every year we're losing some good researchers. I mean, I know the feeling. I had the same experience when they came down and tried to snatch up on Mike. They split me and Money Mike up. I ran into the same tribe from the waterfall just on the other side of the mountain. Two big males came down, was going to take. They split us up. They pushed a tree over at us. They split us up. Two of them came down. I got everything on film. They stopped. They changed their mind whenever I was running back at Mike, telling him to get down, and they changed their course. They made a left turn as they was coming down. They made the left as I was running back at Mike. I had that on film. I sent it out, and then that's when all that drama shit happened with my channel getting hacked and my computers getting fried and all that good shit. But I know that fear. It's like I'll never leave my kid alone by herself. I'll never do this again. That's what they wanted. They separated us, they split us up, and then they made a move on him. They came down to take him, and for like 2 months, I didn't do anything after that. I was scared to go to the woods. I didn't want to go by myself because I was afraid they're going to take my ass. I didn't want to take my kids with me because I was afraid they're going to do that shit again. So it's like I ain't even going back to the woods. I'm done. It took me a long time. It took me about 2 months to build up to go back into that forest. And then I didn't really just jump straight into it. It's like I walk a mile around the outskirts and check it out, and then let's cut across here one time, and it's just like I had to work my way back into it. I didn't just take a 7 mile trek through the hike through the mountain overnight. It just didn't work out. The fear won't let you do it. Right, Faye? Once you see one, you just can't stop. Once you get that sighting, once you see it and get a good look at him, it's like there's no turning back. You're addicted. You're done. You want to know more, but at the same time, that fear that you gotta not let that fear override, because they got a good way of setting that fear in on you. That fear pushes you out a lot of times. He has a high powered camera, Alex. He has great. He has good. What you call them? Uh, investors, whatever. He's got a good allowance to invest in good equipment. He has a good high powered zoom camera that he can zoom in 300-400 yards and look like it's inches in front of you. That's what I'm working on. Eventually, I will get it. I will get that camera. You ever check out Ontario? Yeah. Why we keep going into these debatable discussions? I think I mentioned Ontario a while back, and the same person that did that analysis on tie standing in the faces did analysis on Ontario Bigfoot around the same time that them videos surfaced. I watched him and he had me. He had me good, just like he got you guys good. Um, the voices coming up to the in the snow, coming up to the tent, saying, "Mike, that's his best friend. That's not no Bigfoot at all. 100%." He ran it through this analyzer, and it's a human voice. He took older sounds of a Bigfoot, and the way that it peaked is no comparison. It's like a human was down here, the Bigfoot was up here. It I hate to be the one to say it, but it's definitely no Bigfoot walking up to his tent speaking English. Not saying they don't, because I've had him say my name. I had him tell me I was sick. I had him speak English to me a couple different times. So I'm not saying they don't speak English, because they do. But Winnipeg, definitely Ontario's, that just don't happen. I mean, I'm not saying it don't. It just didn't happen to him. That's fake, 100%. The blur's back. I see that. You've heard from Colorado Forest Beans. Mike, it's been a while. I haven't heard from him in a minute, actually. Now that you said that, I haven't seen anything new come up on my page, and I'm subscribed to him for sure. Yeah, and VTV. He does a lot of breakdowns. He definitely does a lot of breakdown videos. Mike Patterson is, I think he's legit too. Kim, definitely. I'm not gonna I'm not here to bash no researcher. I really ain't. But like I said, I'm an open book. I'll tell you what I feel, what I think. I don't try not to hold no punches back. Whether it hurt you or not. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Um, was the fear way after the Bucks? When I turned around, Richard, that fear was there. When I turned around and I seen him step out behind that tree, my first thought was, he got you. You effed up. He got you. He was right there. He could have two jumps and he's on me. He got me. And there's nothing I could do. I got to go about 3 or 4 miles off the mountain to get away from him. Those silly things, man. Not much, but I hope it's more than enough. More than enough. Thank you. I forgot what I was saying. Every time I forget what I was saying. Mark A. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. You talking about Colorado Bigfoot? I'm not sure. Hearing the truth. Best thing would be hitting the PayPal link in the description down below. And thanks in advance, man, for sure. For anybody that hits that PayPal, definitely thanks. For sure. Definitely right now, thanks. Mark is a good guy. I like Mark. He likes the bullshit like me a lot. We talk too much out there in the field. But he's a great guy, hands down. I want it so bad. I planned last summer, I was planning on leaving. I was going to visit. I was going to Colorado, hook up with Mark up there. I had it all. I was ready. I was packed up. I went to work. I come home to pick up my stuff, and all my shit was packed. Like, wait a minute, what's going on here? There's some bullshit happened where I ended up kind of breaking up off of a 10-year relationship, moved out, took my money that I had for Colorado, had to get this place. It was all bad. It was a nightmare. But this summer, I'm going to get out there to Mark. We're going to go out there and collab together, man. I think me and Mark will have a lot of fun out there on that mountain. With his sense of humor, my sense of humor, it'll be a crazy ass adventure. We'll have a crazy ass adventure. I like to get Utah Sasquatch, me and Mark out there together in Colorado. That'd be epic. Winford, you're very late because we're about to go to bed, man. We're about to go to bed. But this summer, man, I want to get back out. I want to get out there to Colorado. It probably won't be like the beginning of fall, late summer, but I want to make it happen. I definitely want to make it happen. About Cali, that is a bummer. I went for we had fun. It wasn't a bad Friday Night Live. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. Robert Mason, Bob, man. Welcome to the family members. You found that button. You can't wait to see that one, right, Charles? I can't, man. I've been one. It hurt me so bad that I had to cancel that trip. I think I was on here. I think I did a video. I was crying and shit when that day I was supposed to go there. It's like Bigfoot World, man. I was crying like a little bitch. I'm sitting here like, I gotta move. I gotta get my shit. I had to take all my money and just roll. I had to get this apartment. I had to buy everything in this apartment over. I had to buy new beds, new living room, new everything. It's like it took everything, man. That knocked me on my face. And I was supposed to. That was the day I was supposed to go to Colorado last summer, and end up shit. I guess they had other plans for me. It didn't happen, but now a year later, I'm glad it did happen the way it happened. I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm glad where I am. I'm glad I'm single, so to speak, because if she didn't do what she did, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And everything worked out for the best. And that's a great thing. That's a great, great thing. And I didn't say it yet, K Bell, to thank you so much. I didn't want to stop in the middle of what I was saying because every time I do that, I forget what the hell I was even talking about. But K Bell, thanks, man. That means a lot. And I'll always be me no matter what. Always. Is that why she broke up with you, Jeff, because you were going to Colorado? No, she pretty much broke up with me because like I was every day. I was at the pizza shop. We just started that pizza shop, opened up the shop, and I was spending all my time at the pizza shop. And the time that I wasn't spending at the pizza shop, I was spending in the woods, trying to pretty much make a life, create something. You know what I mean? And all my time was involved with that, and not enough time was involved with her. So I got to find a medium to where I got everybody's happy, and I wasn't doing that. You know what I mean? I was more or less building a future for us instead of it's like some BS, more or less. I know my wrongs, and at the same time, I didn't want to fix it. Even when I was doing it, I knew it's like everything was happening the way it was supposed to happen. Thanks, Kim. That meant a lot. It's like I seen it happening. I knew what I was doing. I knew I was pushing her away. I knew I wasn't spending no time with her, and I was accepting that pretty much. But I wasn't expecting her to do it. The day I was supposed to go to damn Colorado, that was a kick in the thing, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, I'm glad she did. $50 Michigan. All right, thank you so much, man. For sure, thank you so much. Just go up with blow up dolls and Bigfoot Jeff. Nah, I mean at the end of the day, it's cool to have somebody to come home to, but at the same time, it's good not to, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because I don't have to come home and answer to anybody but my dog. And believe me, I gotta answer the cookie. I come home a little bit too late from work, she turned my shit up. I gotta bribe her pretty much. If I gotta come home and leave again, I better come home with some treats, like a lot of them, and give them to her, and then sneak out and I hope for the best when I come home. It's a control game, pretty much. But at the same time, I let it go. I didn't even try to get her back. I don't want her back, but it just hurt when it happened. You know what I mean? But now that I'm over it and away from it, I'm good that it happened. I'm okay with everything. It's a good thing. I'm free to do what I want, when I want, how I want. Yeah, Paradox Cookie definitely runs the household, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. But that, with that being said, Bigfoot World, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to take a shower and take a couple hours of sleep before I gotta go to work. She's right here. Well, she was right here. She kind of disappeared on me. She was right beside me just now. It was, but just keep in mind, guys. I think this next video will be the new spot, but there is somebody getting ready to come out with me into the woods. A member, a family member, or not a family member, but a Bigfoot member. Um, Veronica, we're going to be hooking up sometime this week. Yeah, Veronica, we're going to be hooking up sometime this week and heading out to Bigfoot Land. She's a member of the Bigfoot World. That she'd probably be the first member to go out there with me. And then I have something planned with Jeffrey with Cooper's Rock coming up. So there's going to be a lot of footage. I'm going to be behind a couple of weeks on uploading everything, but I'm going to keep uploading 1-2 videos every day until everything's up and ready for you guys. Wow, am I freezing up? That's crazy. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and run out of here because my computer just froze up. It's literally froze. I don't know if you can see me or not. Well, my computer just went on the fritz. All right, Bigfoot World, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here before it freezes up again. I don't know if there's a storm coming in or what's going on with it. there will be some footage coming your way this week, guys, for sure, without a doubt. If I got it, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna steal somebody's ride and go hit the woods, but I will find a way to get out there. Guys, if you want to help the Bigfoot world get stronger, definitely hit the PayPal in the description in the bottom. Thanks for all the new members this week, guys. That means a lot. It really does. And if you want to hit the woods, before I end this, if you want to hit the woods with me into the older spots in your local, you ain't got to travel a million miles. Hit me up on Messenger on Facebook, and we'll make it happen. We'll get a schedule, a plan going, and we'll make that shit happen. Until then, Bigfoot World, stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, because I'll be out there, man. Thanks, Bigfoot World.